जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी। यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jai Srila Prabhupada. Shri Prabhupada ki Jai Vishnupada Brahmans Parivrajkacharya Ashtotra Satasya Srimad His Divine Grace Abhay Charanarvind Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki, ISKCON founder Acharya, BBT founder Acharya, savior of the whole world Srila Prabhupada ki. Jai Vishnupada Brahmans Parivrajkacharya Ashtotra Satasya Srimad His Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaja Srila Prabhupada ki, Anant Kodi Vaishnava Vrind ki, Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki. प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की, श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की, श्री वृंदावन मथुरा धाम की, नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की, पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की, गंगा माई की, जमुना माई की, तुलसी देवी की, भक्ति देवी की, समावधि गौर भक्तवृंद की, श्री प्रभुपाद ट्रांसेंडेंटल बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की, श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की. All glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavatyuttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna. This morning we are reading from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Canto number 1, chapter numbers 18, text 16. Chapter entitled Pariksit, Maharaja Pariksit cursed by a Brahmana boy. Savai Mahabhagavatah Pariksit Jena Pavarga Kyamadabra Buddhihi Jnanena Vaiyasaki Shabditena Bheje Khagendra Dvajapadamulam Savai Mahabhagavatah Pariksit Yena Pavarga Kyamadabra Buddhihi Jnanena Vaiyasaki Shabditena Bheje Khagendra Dvajapadamulam Savai Mahabhagavatah Pariksit Yena Pavarga Kyamadabra Buddhihi Jnanena Vaiyasaki Shabditena Bheje Khagendra Dvijapadamulam. Please chant. Savai Mahabhagavata Pariksit Yena Pavarga Kyamadabra Buddhihi Jnanena Vaiyasaki Shabditena Bheje Khagendra Dvajapadamulam Savai Mahabhagavatah Pariksit Yena Pavarga Kyamadabra Buddhihi Jnanena Vaiyasaki Shabditena Bheje Khagendra Dvajapadamulam Savai Mahabhagavatah Pariksit Yena Pavarga Kyamadabra Buddhihi Jnanena Vaiyasaki Shabditena Bheje Khagendra Dvajapadamulam Savai Mahabhagavata Pariksit Yena Pavarga Kyamadabra Buddhihi Jnanena Vaiyasaki Shabditena Bheje Khagendra Dvajapadamulam Savai Mahabhagavata Pariksit Yena Pavarga Kyamadabra Buddhihi Jnanena Vaiyasaki Shabditena Bheje Khagendra Dvajapadamulam. Matai? Savai Mahabhagavata Pariksit yena pavarga kyamada prabuddhihi jnanena vayyasaki shabditena Veje Khagendra Tvajapada Moolam. Word for word meaning, translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki Saha He Vai certainly Mahabhagavataha first class devotee Pariksit the king Yena by which Apavarga Akyam by the name of liberation Adabra fixed Buddhihi intelligence Jnanena by knowledge Vyasaki the son of Vyasa Shabditena vibrated by Bheje taken to Khaga Indra Garuda the king of the birds Dvaja flag Padamulam soles of the feet. O Sukadeva Goswami, please describe those topics of the Lord by which Maharaja Pariksit, whose intelligence was fixed on liberation, attained the lotus feet of the Lord, who is the shelter of Garuda, the king of birds. Those topics were vibrated by the son of Vyasa, Srila Sukadeva. Purport. There is some controversy amongst the students on the path of liberation. Such transcendental students are known as impersonalists and devotees of the Lord. The devotee of the Lord worships the transcendental form of the Lord, whereas the impersonalist meditates upon the glaring effulgence or the bodily rays of the Lord, known as the Brahma Jyoti. Here, in this verse, it is said that Maharaj Pariksit attained the lotus feet of the Lord by instructions in knowledge delivered by the son of Vyasa, Srila Sukadeva Goswami. Sukadeva Goswami was also an impersonalist in the beginning, as he himself has admitted in the Bhagavatam 2.1.9. But later on, he was attracted by the transcendental pastimes of the Lord and thus became a devotee. Such devotees with perfect knowledge are called Mahabhagavatas, or first-class devotees. There are three classes of devotees, namely Prakrita, Madhyama and Mahabhagavata. The Prakrita or third-class devotees are temple worshippers without specific knowledge of the Lord and the Lord's devotees. The Madhyama or the second-class devotee knows well the Lord, the Lord's devotees, the neophytes and the non-devotees also. But the Mahabhagavatas or the first-class devotees sees everything in relation with the Lord and the Lord present in everyone's relation. The Mahabhagavatas therefore does not make any distinction, particularly between a devotee and non-devotee. Maharaj Pariksit was such a Mahabhagavata devotee because he was initiated by a Mahabhagavata devotee, Sukadeva Goswami. He was equally kind even to the personality of Kali, and what to speak of others. So there are many instances in the transcendental history of the world of an impersonalist who has later become a devotee. But a devotee has never become an impersonalist. This very fact proves that on the transcendental steps, the step occupied by a devotee is higher than the step occupied by an impersonalist. It is also stated in the Bhagavad Gita, 12th chapter, text 5, that persons stuck on the impersonal step undergo mere sufferings than achievement of reality. Someone knows the shloka? Kleshodrikarasteisham avyakta sakta chetasam avyakta hi gatir dukkham dehavadbhir avapyate. Therefore, knowledge imparted by Sukadeva Goswami onto Maharaj Pariksit helped him attain the service of the Lord. And this stage of perfection is called Apavarga, or the perfect stage of liberation. Simple knowledge of liberation is material knowledge. Actual freedom from the material bondage is called liberation. Actual freedom from material bondage is called liberation, but attainment of the transcendental service to the Lord is called the perfect stage of liberation. Actual freedom from the material bondage is called liberation, but attainment of the transcendental service of the Lord is called the perfect stage of liberation. Such a stage is attained by knowledge and renunciation, As we have already explained in Bhagavatam, 1st canto, chapter 2, text 12, and perfect knowledge, as delivered by Srila Sukadeva Goswami, results in the attainment of the transcendental service of the Lord. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guruho Shriyuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parjana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Śrīmate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Śrīmate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Iti Namine Shri Vashavanave Deve Daitaya Kripabdaye Krishna Sambandha Vijnanadayine Prabhave Namaha Madhuryujjvala Premadhya Shri Rupanuga Bhaktida Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostute Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtaye Dinatarine Rupanuga Virdha Apasiddhanta Dvantaharine Namo Gaur Kishoraya Sakshad Vairagi Murtaye Viplambar Sambodhi Mujayate Namaha Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Sachidananda Namine Gaura Shakti Sarupaya Rupanu Gavarayate Gaura Avirbhava Bhumistam Nideshta Sajjana Priyaha Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Shri Jagannathayate Namaha Pancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavatanyaya Krishna Prema Padayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvishe Namaha Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakti Shaktikam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Jayatam Surata Upangor Mamamanda Matergati Matsaras Padam Bhojau Radha Madana Mohano Divyadrindaranya Kalpadramadaha Śrīmad Ratnāgāra Simhasanastau Śrīmad Radha Śrīla Govinda Devo Prestale Vise Vimano Smarami Śrīman Rasarsarambe Vamshi Vata Tatastita Karshana Venu Svanair Gopir Gopinatha Shri Astunaha Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Prishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. I was reading a book called Dancing White Elephants, the recently launched book by His Holiness Giriraj Swami Maharaj. This is Dancing White Elephants. Srila Prabhupada was once invited to Amritsar for a famous Gita Sammelan, Vedanta Sammelan. And there were many speakers, and Prabhupada also was there. It was 3 days program. First day, devotees were given 3 rooms. One room was occupied by Prabhupada, another room was occupied by Prabhus, and third room was occupied by Matajis. And still there were 3 devotees left, and Gurudas Prabhu was one of them. And they had to sleep in open veranda. It was Amritsar, North India, very cold. So they suffered very much the first night. Next night, the manager offered you can sleep in the hall. And they went to the hall, but all the Mayavadis were sleeping in the hall. So they felt a little awkward, but still they thought that if we take rest properly, we can do seva properly. So they slept in one corner in the hall. It was very clean hall, well arranged. All the Mayavadis were sleeping. So at night, one Mayavadi came to Gurudas Prabhu and woke Gurudas Prabhu up and said that, see, everything is one. And Gurudas Prabhu said, what are you saying? This person said, just like the fire and spark is same. Similarly, everything is same. We and God is same. Soul and super soul is same. Gurudas Prabhu said, but see, Krishna inspires in the heart. So Gurudas Prabhu said that, see, it might be same, but you cannot cook a meal with a spark. You need fire. So then he got a click. Then, but still he was stuck to his ego. Then he took out his blanket, and from blanket he took out a thread. You see? The thread and the blanket is same. And Gurudas Prabhu, Krishna inspired, Gurudas Prabhu said, okay, if thread and blanket is same, then give me your blanket. He took the blanket and rolled it, and as a pillow he used it and slept. He said, if the thread and the blanket is same, then thread also should give you same warmth as the blanket. So go and sleep. It was chilling cold at night. And out of ego, this Mayavadi went and tried to sleep at night. But midnight, 12 o'clock, he came back to Gurudas Prabhu and said, you have made your point, you have defeated me. I prostrate and fall dandavats pranam to you. Then Gurudas Prabhu says, don't fall at my feet. Pay dandavats pranam to Srila Prabhupada, who has taught us everything. So next morning he went to Prabhupada and paid obeisance to Prabhupada. So that is something closer to this connection. So I felt like it was a nice story. Every incident in Prabhupada's time, Prabhupada's Leela was like this. And each of Prabhupada's disciples are empowered specially by Prabhupada for such replied instances. Mayavad, there's interesting discussion because every Acharya, when they write a book or when they preach, they have something at the back of mind, some particular theme. So when Srila Prabhupada was writing his books, oftentimes we'll see Prabhupada has mentioned specifically defeating Mayavad philosophy and scientists, because modern scientists are promoting atheism. So Srila Prabhupada is so much hitting on scientists and Mayavad philosophy. So once Shyam Sundar Prabhu, in the same Gita Sammelan, evening classes were given by Shyam Sundar Prabhu. And Shyam Sundar Prabhu was giving class, and one Mayavadi said, everything is one. And Shyam Sundar Prabhu said, if everything is one, everybody is one, then give me your wife. He got very offended. He came complained to Prabhupada, Swamiji, give some other speaker, he is too bold. Then Prabhupada told Giriraj Maharaj, okay, you go and speak. Giriraj Maharaj was very selective and delicately speaking. So, same thing is mentioned here in the sloka yesterday. Sukadeva Goswami's glorification is done by Shanakadi Rishi. O Sukadeva Goswami, you are learned and pure devotee of the Lord because the personality of Godhead is your chief object of service. Therefore, please describe to us the pastimes of the Lord which are above all material conception, for we are anxious to receive such messages. In continuation, Sukadeva Goswami is addressed, O Sukadeva Goswami, please describe those topics of the Lord by which Maharaja Pariksit, whose intelligence was fixed on liberation, attained the lotus feet of the Lord, who is the shelter of Garuda, the king of birds. Those topics were vibrated by the son of Vyasa or Sukadeva. So, a very famous incident that Prabhupada mentions here, there are two types of transcendentalists. One is personalist and another is impersonalist. Devotees worship the personal form of the Lord, and impersonalists believe in the impersonal, or they feel that they believe that there is something higher than the personal form of the Lord, that is energy or light, and then that has, because we need something to meditate upon, so they probably people have created imaginary form of the Lord, or that impersonal energy has taken a form. So Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna says in 8th chapter, Avyaktam vyaktimapannam manyate mam abuddhayah param bhavam jananto mavayam anuttamam. Krishna says that Avyaktam vyaktim apannam, they think that avyakta, there is unmanifest, vyaktim, and he has taken a form of vyaktim. Avyaktam vyaktim apannam, or the vyakti comes from avyakti, unmanifest. Manyate mam abuddhayah, they think about me like this, those who are abuddhayah, those who are less intelligent. Krishna statements, Krishna is saying this. Manyate mam abuddhayah param bhavam ajananto, because they do not know my superior nature. Param bhavam ajananto, they do not know. Mamavayam anuttamam, mam avyayam, I am inexhaustible, and that they are not aware of this fact. That is why they believe that there is some impersonal. But devotees of the Lord are personalists. So actually it is not that impersonalism or impersonality is the source of personality. From personality comes impersonality. Prabhupada oftentimes gives example of the sun and the sun rays. When sun rays come, when sun rays are entering the hall, one may say sun rays and the sun is same. But at the same time, they are different. Simultaneous oneness and difference. So the sun rays have come from the sun. It is not that the sun comes from sun rays. The sun rays come from sun. So impersonality comes from personality. That's what Sri Krishna says in Gita also. Brahmano hi pratishtha aham. I am the basis of the impersonal Brahmajyoti. Brahmano hi pratishtha aham. So that is impersonal. They have some comprehension of the Supreme Personality of Godhead's aspects. Sat, Chit, Ananda. They have understanding or comprehension or realization of Sat, eternity. They have some knowledge, Chit, but not complete knowledge that Krishna is the Supreme Lord and form. And because of having no activity, they don't have Ananda. They don't have happiness. They suffer. That's why Krishna says, in purport Prabhupada says, 12.5, Klesho adhikataras tesham. Klesha, it's miserable life. Klesho adhikataras, unnecessarily taking more trouble. Klesho adhikataras tesham, avyaktasakti chetasam. They are attached to the avyakta, unmanifested form. Avyaktasakti chetasam, avyakta hi gatir dukkham dehavadbir avapyate. So in other words, instead of approaching Krishna directly, they go in a miserable way. Like holding nose like this or holding nose like this. So they go through a troublesome path. Not necessary. People sometimes say that we have to go through all the ways. Karma yoga, Ashtanga yoga, Dhyana yoga, Jnana yoga, and then ultimately Bhakti yoga. Not necessary. Mahaprabhu has very mercifully given us this very easy way. He has broke open, Nityananda Prabhu has broke open the treasure of love of God. And it's very easily available. So, Prabhupada here mentions that in the devotees, there are three types of devotees, three levels of devotees. One is Mahabhagavata, Madhyama Adhikari, and Kanishta Adhikari or Prakrita Bhakta, Kanishta Adhikari. So Mahabhagavata devotee, he sees everybody as pure devotee, and he says that I am the most fallen and I am not a pure devotee. Except me, everybody is a pure devotee. That is like Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada demonstrated that in his last days of life, that he was apologizing from everybody, all the Goswamis of Vrindavan, from his god brothers, from everybody he was apologizing. If I have done any mistake, any offense, please forgive me. That is Mahabhagavat. It's like we say, Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahams Parivrajikacharya. Paramahams is Mahabhagavata, is beyond Paramahamsa. Parivrajikacharya is, he travels around for preaching purpose. But for preaching, he has to know that, okay, there are people who are devotees, there are people who are not devotees, there are people who are innocent, there are people who are envious and atheists. So he has to discriminate. A Mahabhagavat Paramahamsa cannot discriminate. So Mahabhagavat Paramahamsa comes down to the level of Madhyama Adhikari for preaching. Srila Prabhupada, he takes that vision. We hear about many other acharyas, Mahabhagavatas, they come down to the level of Madhyama Adhikari for preaching. The second level Prabhupada says is Madhyama Adhikari. They deal with different types of people differently. Supreme Lord, when they see Supreme Lord, then they love Krishna. They render service to Krishna. When they see the devotees, they make friendship with devotees. When they see innocent people, ignorant and innocent people, they preach to them and show compassion. And when they see non-devotees or other envious people and atheists, then they just avoid them. Three ways. And Prabhupada says Prakrita or Kanishta. They know only myself and the Lord, and they just worship the deity nicely. And they don't have much knowledge of the devotees. They don't give much value to the devotees. So in fact, in a way, devotees there's a shloka which says that my devotees' worship is higher than my worship. There's a shloka like this. It says, my devotees... Aham bhakta paradino nahi aswatantra ivadvija. Krishna says that I am surrendered to my devotees. There's a particular shloka, it says that my devotees' worship is higher than my worship. Mad bhaktaha pujita adhikam, something like that. What is that? Okay, that shloka says that those who says that he is my devotee, he is not my devotee. But those who says that they are devotees of my devotee, he is my devotee. There's one more shloka which Krishna specifically says that my devotees' worship is higher than my worship. Mad bhaktaha pujita adhikam, something like that. So, we can calibrate ourselves, where are we? If we feel too much, okay, let me go and take arti, or let me just go and have darshan of the Lord, no matter who comes in between, I'll just rush to the front. So we can understand where we are. So, this knowledge, Prabhupada says that how one can raise impersonalism and personality. Prabhupada says that impersonalists in the history, many have come to the level of personal form. worshipping personal form. They have become devotees. But reverse has never happened, Prabhupada says. Not a single case. Some examples of impersonalists becoming devotees of the Lord. What are some examples? Sukadeva Goswami, Chatur Kumaras, Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya, Prakashanand Saraswati. They are very contemporary, modern examples. Modern examples. Pariksit Maharaj, it's mentioned here, the shloka says like this. Yena apavarga akhyam adabra buddhi. His intelligence was fixed on the word liberation. He had known, he was basically, that's what Prabhupada says here also. O Sukadeva Goswami, please describe those topics of the Lord by which Maharaj Pariksit, whose intelligence was fixed on liberation, attained the lotus feet of the Lord. So Pariksit Maharaj his intelligence was fixed on liberation. And then he got attracted to the lotus feet of the Lord. So, there are n number of examples where the Mayavadis got attracted to Krishna just because they don't have knowledge of Krishna. If somebody gives them information of the personal form, they get somehow attracted. And I was reading that by the arguments, there's another shloka which it says 2.1.9, there Prabhupada says in purports that they don't have information, but if they get information of the personal aspect, they will get attracted. It's just that somebody is needed. By proper arguments and logic and the practice of Bhakti Yoga, one can get attracted. Bhakti Yoga is so powerful. It's very powerful. Now, examples like Sukadeva Goswami. Sukadeva Goswami was in the womb of mother for 16 years and he did not want to come out. He was fearful, if I come out then I get captured by Maya, then what? If I grow up, I'm already grown up 16 years, I'll be compelled to get married. I don't want to get captured by Maya, so let me remain here. Then he was assured, then he came out. And as he came out, he was just running. And his father Vyasadeva ran behind and he was shouting, Putra, Putra, Putre iti tanmayataya taravo abhinedus. He was just shouting and the trees were only hearing. And this echo was coming, only trees were hearing. Echo, abhinedus. So then somehow, Vyasadeva tried his best, at least wait, I'll give you some Upanayan Samskar, you're born in my family, I have to give him some sign, some Namkaran Samskar, then you go. But he was not listening to anybody, he just started running. But then Vyasadeva sent 2 shlokas to disciples, 2 shlokas, and one of them was Aho Batiyam Sanakal Kutam, that famous shloka which says that who can be more merciful personality than Krishna? The Putana had gone to Krishna to kill Krishna, smearing her breast with the poison, and to feed Krishna with the poison she wanted to kill, but with such an intention, evil intention, Putana also was given or rewarded the position of mother of Krishna. Now, Kimva Dayalu, who can be more merciful? Who can be more merciful than Krishna? And then Sukadeva Goswami was, wait, what is that? If somebody comes to kill us, we will try to kill that person or protect ourselves. But who can be more merciful that somebody comes to kill me and then I reward him? I mean, it's quite surprising. So, he was very much touched, Sukadeva Goswami. Then he told, okay, tell me more. He said, if you want to know more, you have to come back. Then he was trained by Vyasadeva. Then Vyasadeva gave entire Bhagavatam, and Sukadeva Goswami was converted. Not only got converted, to the extent, convinced to the extent that he converted another personality, Pariksit Maharaj, also to personal form. Pariksit Maharaj was connected to or attached to the impersonal form, liberation. But Sukadeva Goswami spoke Bhagavatam, Pariksit got attracted to Supreme Personality of Godhead. So that much transformation. Similarly, another example of 4 Kumaras. We know the story of 4 Kumaras, Chatush Kumar, when they wanted to enter Lord Vishnu's abode, and Jaya Vijay obstructed them. And when they cursed, that actually same thing, they also did not want to get into Maya. So they also wanted to remain just 5 years old. If we grow up, then we'll be captured by Maya. So let us remain 5 years old boy. It's so easy, just kids come and just because the father is paying obeisance, the kid also pays obeisances. Somebody is given mala, okay, chant, then just Hare Krishna. No watch, no smartphone, no anxiety, no assignments, no tension, just bhakti. That's why Prahlad Maharaj says, Kaumara Achrit Pragnyo, 5 years age, one should start bhakti. So, they wanted to remain 5 years old kid, Kumaras. And when they wanted to enter, they were obstructed by Jai Vijay. And they were hurt. They cursed. And then Lord Vishnu comes. And when Lord Vishnu interferes, what happened? Wait. I am very sorry for the offense committed by my servants. And they were touched. That who can be such personality that he is asking forgiveness, begging forgiveness on behalf of his servants or the devotees. They have done mistake. And in the meantime, when they went to close to the Lord, then what happened? The smell, the fragrance of the tulasi leaves, tulasi manjaris offered to the lotus feet of Krishna entered their nostrils. Kadam. There's a nice shloka in Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Someone knows that shloka? Tasyarvinda nayanasya padarvinda kinjalka makaranda vayu. And that shloka says that the fragrance of the tulasi leaves offered to the lotus feet of Krishna entered their nostril, and then they got attracted to the personal form of the Lord. So that is another example. So something happened. They were living their ordinary life, Mayavadi life or whatever. Something happened and that was turning point. Sukadeva Goswami, something happened, that was turning point. He heard about one shloka about Krishna, got connected. Similarly, 4 Kumaras also. Similarly, Prakashananda Saraswati, he was touched by the beauty of the Lord and dealings of the Lord, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So this is the way. Just some aspect has to come in touch with these people, Mayavadis, and then they'll get soon attracted. So many examples like this. Right now, just because our identity, the spirit soul is lost, we have forgotten it. We think that we have so many identities. I am male, I am female, I am Telugu, I am Indian, Bharatiya, or I am such and such, I am engineering student, or I am professional, I am a businessman, I am MLA, so many identities. But spirit soul is pure in nature, just like the rainwater has its purity. When it comes in touch with the mud, then it gets contaminated. But soon, when it undergoes the process of purification, it regains its purity. Similarly, when right now we have the impurity or wrong identities, that I am such and such bodily concept, we get attracted and get attached to so many things related to the body. We identify ourselves with the body. And when desecration is hurt, we get hurt. But when we undergo the process of purification, that is Bhakti Yoga. Prabhupada says that line here. Simple knowledge and liberation, Yes. Such a stage is attained by the knowledge and renunciation, as we have already explained in Bhagavatam 1-12. Knowledge and renunciation, Prabhupada says. This is the process. Jnana and Vairagya. That also comes by Vyasadeva Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojita Janayati Asu Vairagyam Jnanam Chayat Ahetukam Vyasadeva Bhagavati. When we do bhakti towards Krishna, automatically Janayati Asu Vairagyam, automatically these things arise. Asu, quickly. Vairagyam, Janayati Asu Vairagyam Jnanam. Jnana and Vairagya automatically comes. This is natural byproduct. So we have to engage ourselves in Bhakti Yoga process. And then, what is meaning of Bhakti? Anya abhilashita shunyam jnana karmadi anavritam anukuleni krishna anushilanam bhakti ruttama. Anya abhilashita shunyam. Only desire to please Krishna. Krishna, I am just doing this for your pleasure. I don't want anything in return. I don't want anything, not a small thing also, not a 1% also. Just pure desire to attain, to please Krishna, to serve Krishna's mission, Prabhupada's mission, to serve devotees. That is called Bhakti. It's very easy. Not a big thing. Very easy. Just pure serving desire. It's easy. But it's not that thing actually. That to get that desire is difficult. Bhakti is not difficult. To get that desire to please Krishna is the difficult thing. Because we have so many desires in the heart. I want this, I want that. While doing bhakti also unconsciously, unintentionally, because of past conditioning, desires come. Okay, look at something. Probably that should be for me. I should have it. I should enjoy it. Conditionally, for crores of years, we have enjoyed this material world and matter, attempted. And that's why these things rise in the heart. That is mixing, which makes it impure bhakti. Not impure bhakti, but mixed bhakti, Mishra bhakti. But pure devotion means, Anya abhilashita shunyam. I do not have any other desire. I'll just do this for the pleasure of Krishna, no matter whether return comes or not. We do preaching also, we think that, okay, I'll do preaching and then some people become devotees, I'll get credit. And But these are like expectations in return from Krishna. We should not have even that. We just think that Krishna, I am doing this for your pleasure. So if you desire, do this. Like Prabhupada wrote that poem, Krishna, I am going to do this for your pleasure. Your Bhagavat Ruchi, if you desire, then give them Ruchi in the Bhagavat Katha, in your Katha. It's up to you. Prabhupada is just purely doing for the pleasure of Krishna, nothing else. I remember in the lockdown time, His Holiness Jayapataka Maharaj's one message had come. And Maharaj has written for COVID pandemic, prayers for the world to Krishna. And then it was written that, Krishna, if you so desire, then please resolve this pandemic and save people. Many prayers I have read from Prabhupada's disciples. Some more, recently I read one more prayer. It says, if Krishna, if you so desire, then please do this. Krishna, if you so desire, then this. So prayer for that, that's also Krishna, if you desire. Krishna is Abhigna Swarat. We don't want to have any obstruction in Krishna's flowing desire. Just want to serve Krishna. So these are the examples where the process of purification has taken place. And the process of purification is Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga is so powerful that it can burn, what is that? Bhakti can burn even the karmic reactions to ashes. It can eradicate, especially Nam, Harinam Sankirtan, Krishna's name, can eradicate even the sinful tendency in the heart. Taking bath in Ganga, we may get rid from the sins, but not the sinning tendency. But Nam Sankirtan, Krishna's holy name, can get rid us of the sinning tendency also. Pariksit Maharaj says, Pariksit Maharaj Sukadeva Goswami, Nectar of Instruction, Prabhupada quotes this. Sinning tendency also is overcome. And how that bhakti is received. Bhakti, it's very, very beautiful when we hear Krishna's pastimes. It's just so attractive when we hear Krishna's pastimes. Like that, the way Krishna deals, it's so enchanting. That's why he is Krishna. Sarva Akashatiti Krishna. Everything he does, every move he does, every word he speaks is so enchanting. That is why he is Madan Mohan. He enchants even Cupids. And that's why he is Krishna. He attracts everybody, anything he does. Like, then Krishna was there and then Duryodhan entered that palace, Indraprastha. There was illusion, water and tiles and mirror. So Duryodhan stepped in the water mistakenly. Then everybody started laughing. And Yudhishthira Maharaj was kind of, consoling everybody. Wait, you should not insult anybody. But Krishna from behind the scene, he was encouraging, laugh. Just when we read all these things, it's so enchanting about Krishna. Every move is so enchanting. Similar, anything you talk about. It's like when we hear that pastime, when once Narad Muni, when he roams around, and then Narad Muni, he creates such situations that Krishna also understands, and he makes different plans. So everything we hear about Krishna is so attractive. The peacock feather he has, the curly hairs he has, like our Baba His Grace Dinabandhu Prabhu says, as if he is lively seeing the pastimes and describing. Who cannot get melted? Only the hard-hearted person will not get attracted or touched. Just hearing, anybody gets attracted. When Baba gives Katha, there are so many people who are completely new. They don't know anything about 1, 2, 3 ABCD of Bhagavad Gita also. But when Baba gives this Katha, just get attracted. So that is personal aspect of Krishna. Something happened to them. Vyasadeva spoke Bhagavatam emanating from the lips, Bhagavatam Katha, Krishna's Katha entered the ears of Sukadeva Goswami. Similarly, Sukadeva Goswami spoke the Bhagavad Katha and that entered the ears of Pariksit Maharaj. Mahaprabhu spoke Krishna Katha and that entered the ears of Prakashanand Saraswati, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. They got attracted. Similarly, right now we can have, this is the power of parampara. In parampara, if this is done, vibration, that's just mentioned here. Jnanena Vyasaki Shabditena vibrated. Vyasaki, Sukadeva Goswami spoke this. Veje Khagendra Dvajapada Moolam. So that is attraction, and then he got attachment to the lotus feet of Krishna, who is marked, or who are the shelter of the Garuda, lotus feet of Krishna. So, that's the power of parampara. One person in parampara carrying this energy of Krishna Katha, that it's not Krishna Shakti, it is not ordinary words, it is Krishna Katha, it is Krishna Shakti empowered. When he speaks, then people get converted. Then Srila Prabhupada, one man, one person, not a person, an extraordinary person. The Prabhupada spoke Krishna Katha with purity of the heart, sincerely. Then you see that world is, after 50 years also, it's going on and on and on. It is not an ordinary activity actually. It is extraordinary activity. If you want to try to understand, when we go out and try to distribute books to people, he says, sir, please take this book. It is Bhagyanagar, Hyderabad, so still we find some connectivity. If we go to Mumbai or some other city and tell, sir, Hare Krishna, please read Bhagavad Gita, he'll say, I don't have time. How much people have interest, we can figure out. Like that day, Lord Ram's Pranapratishtha was happening. It's historical event, nice activity. However, YouTube live was going on. On one channel there was 7 lakhs live viewers. On few more channels, 50,000. Sab milake maybe total maximum le lo 1 crore live viewers. Maximum. But how much is the population of Bharatvarsh? 140 crores. How many are interested? Not many are interested. We have to work so hard and then make them interested in Krishna Katha. Or somehow. But Prabhupada, one personality, he goes to West. This is Bharatvarsh, we are talking about Bharat right now. 50 years back, Prabhupada went to America and then converted them. Now, when we see other faith people, we think twice, should I approach or not? Prabhupada goes in the midst of them and then brings them back with dhoti kurta and tilak. That service is, I heard from His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj. All the religions in the world spread by the power of sword or power of money or power of politics. Buddhism spread because Ashoka, the ruler, took up Buddhism, and then with his power of his influence, the Buddhism spread. Similarly, Christianity spread because of currently so much of money, they have money. Islam spread because of power of sword. So, and it took so many years. Christianity in India, Bharatvarsh, 200 years, almost 250 years. Islamic rule for almost 800 years. But here's Prabhupada goes single-handedly, not lakhs of people, not thousands of men, soldiers and bureaucrats. One person, Prabhupada goes to America, not so many hundreds of years, just 8-10 years. And he brings these people back to Bharat, changing their dress. So that Bhakti Yoga comes by Jnana and Vairagya. It's reciprocal both. Jnana and Vairagya gives rise to Bhakti, and Bhakti, supports Bhakti, and Bhakti gives rise to Jnana and Vairagya. And Bhakti actually comes from Bhakta. Bhakti hi Bhakta Sangena Parijayate. Krishna cannot give Bhakti. Krishna's devotees. I heard from His Holiness Gaur Maharaj. Maharaj says that if you go to Krishna and ask Krishna, please give me Bhakti towards you, Krishna says, finished. I am bankrupt. I don't have anything. You fool, you don't know that I have given this Bhakti, the ocean of Bhakti to my devotee. You go and beg from him. So to go and approach devotees. Krishna doesn't know his sweetness. His devotees know his sweetness. That's why Krishna comes as Mahaprabhu to relish his sweetness. So these are the examples where we understand that only Bhakta can give Bhakti, not by any other endeavor or by our own efforts. Now to the extent, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, when he was in conversation with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he quoted that shloka. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was one of the biggest. Sarvabhauma means bhumi ke upar jo sabse bade mayavadi, sabse bade scholar hai. Sarvabhauma. He is Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. But Acharya. Sarvabhauma Bhatt Acharya. So many titles. And then he got converted and he was so pakka about his rituals. He will get up and then do his Sandhya, Vandan and then Gayatri chanting, take bath, puja, rituals, everything he'll do pakka. But one day Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went with Mahaprasad and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya took Mahaprasad. Immediately without washing mouth also, he took Mahaprasad. Then Mahaprasad, what happened? You're supposed to be following so many rituals. He said, no, doesn't matter. This is Jagannath's Mahaprasad. And then, in one conversation, he quotes this shloka. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya quotes this shloka. He says that, very famous shloka. Tattenu kampam susumekshamano bhunjana evatma kritam vipakam ridvagva purbir vidadan namaste chive tayo bhakti padesa daibhag. So actually shloka is mukti padesa daibhag. He was attached to mukti. The meaning is those who just somehow, tattenu kampam susumekshamano, those who just tolerate the problems of life, miseries and troubles in life and go ahead carrying on bhakti yoga. Bhunjana evatma kritam vipakam. Ridvag vapurbi vidadhan namaste jivatayos mukti padesa daibhag. Somebody just continues doing bhakti despite of all the troubles, tolerating all the troubles, then it becomes the rightful claimant of bhakti. Just like, for example, a rich person, what his son has to do to get the inheritance of father? Nothing, just remain alive. Just doesn't have to die and doesn't have to go away from father. It's simple. No endeavors. And inheritance, automatically he will get it. Rightful. It's his rightful claim. Yeah, this is mine. He can claim it. How? He has just remained alive with his father. Doesn't have to go away. Doesn't have to die. Similarly in bhakti, we just tolerate all the problems and just keep on going in bhakti, whatever troubles come. Up and down, mind will trouble, externally problem, parents will trouble, friends will trouble, senses will trouble, mind will trouble, health will trouble, so many things. But we don't have to get away. Just Prabhupada says that you're sitting in the boat of bhakti, just don't jump off. If you sit in that boat, you will reach the shore properly. You're going to destination in the train, don't jump off the train. So many stations will come on the way, but don't jump off the train. Just sit in the train, you'll reach the destination. We'll go to Krishna Loka. So that is a shloka, Shastrik shloka. Jive tayo mukti padesa badai bhag. One is rightful claimant of mukti, liberation. But Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya changed the word. He says, no, it's not mukti. I hate the word mukti now. He changed the word to bhakti. Jive tayo bhakti padesa badai bhag. I mean, such a scholar changing the word of Shastra is a big thing. Because that is the power of bhakti. Anybody can get attracted. Bhakti is very powerful. Maya is strong, but bhakti is stronger. So we should not get discouraged. Maya is troubling me. Bhakti is stronger. Just steadfast and go ahead. And one such acharya who was so many devotees actually. Sikanand Prabhu and some days back there was a disappearance day of Ramchandra Kaviraj. I guess that was Wednesday and it was Prabhupada's class. There was no discussion. But we should glorify acharyas. What is that? Acharya upasanam. We should worship acharyas, glorify acharyas. That is also one principle of bhakti, of spirituality. Acharya upasanam. So one of such acharya was Ramchandra Kaviraj. We hear this song, we sing Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu, Daya Koro More. In that, the last line comes is Ramachandra Sangamange, Narottam Das. Ramachandra Sangha. That Ramachandra Kaviraj, he was born in Bengal and was Kumar Gram. He was born in Kumarapur. Lord to speak about such acharyas, such an empowered acharya. When he got married, he was forced to marry. And he was going, and the wedding day, the procession was going, the couple, husband and wife were going, and then when they passed through some village, I forgot the name of village, Jarigram. There in one veranda was sitting one effulgent personality and he was discussing Bhagavatam with his disciples, and that person was Srinivas Acharya. When he looked at that personality, hosh ud gaye. He got some attraction, effulgent personality, and Srinivas Acharya also saw this person sitting on the palanquin. Ramachandra Kaviraj, he got attracted. He was discussing Bhagavatam, but his mind was with this personality. Both of them felt that probably we have some previous connection. And after many years and past lifetimes, we are meeting again. He somehow reached the home at the end of the day, marriage day, pompous ceremony, so much welcoming, and then the Prabhupada says, just look at this person. There was one person sitting on the horse and there was wedding ceremony. You must have seen, right, how pompously it is done. I remember when I went to attend my brother's wedding, he was sitting on the horse and the whole day everybody is dancing for him, whole night. But then at the night, at 3 o'clock when the procession ended, it was bahut halat kharab ho gayi meri. The horse is jumping, everybody is enjoying. Then I told him, take this nasal drop, Ayurgi. And he was helped. The point is, Prabhupada says, just see, king for the day and slave for the rest of the life. So at the end, so much pomp, one get enamored. Somehow he passed end of the day. But end of the day, he ran back to the house of Srinivas Acharya. End of the day, marriage night, he went to the house of Srinivas Acharya. They discussed Bhagavatam. He got initiation in Vaishnava Sampradaya. His family was from Shaivite Sampradaya, Shaktas, Durga Devi. But when he got initiation from Vaishnavas, he came with a tilak and kanti mala. All the family members were opposing. But he was steadfast. After a short while, he was sent to Vrindavan. And there he learned under the tutelage of Narottam Das Thakur. He was also contemporary of Srinivas Acharya. So, then, so much to say. Once he understood, Ramachandra Kaviraj understood there is a plot of insulting Narottam Das Thakur. There were Pandits, because Narottam Das Thakur was born in a Kayastha family and he was accepting disciples from Brahmana family. So many of them were envious and they had a plot to insult Narottam Das Thakur. So they got a big procession. They got two biggest scholars of that time, Rup Narayan Chakravarti and Raja Nrsingadev. And they were leading, they were supposed to have debate with Narottam Das Thakur and defeat and defame him. Ramchandra Kaviraj got to know that this is the plan. So he also had his plan of defeating. He went with another devotee, Ganga Narayan Chakravarti. Both of them went, they disguised as a seller, shopkeepers. And they, in the precinct of the village, before the village starts, at the precinct of the village, they had two shops. एक में पान बीड़ी बेच रहे थे, बीड़ी पता नहीं, sorry, पान सुपारी, बीड़ी नहीं, पान सुपारी, and betel nuts and pan. Another shop was of the mud pots, and they dressed as shopkeepers. And when the procession came, Rup Narayan Chakravarti and Nrsingadev Raja, they said, okay, servants, go and get some mud pot because we need to do cooking. And get some betel nuts. I don't know what for. When the servants went, then here, stalwarts, Ramchandra Kaviraj and Ganga Narayan Chakravarti, they somehow triggered a debate. They started speaking Sanskrit. And the soldiers were surprised. Wow, shock of their life. Shopkeepers speaking Sanskrit. And they started, both of them only triggered debate. And the soldiers got confused. They could not match. Then they went back and they were surprised. Gurudev, this is not an ordinary village. इधर तो दुकान वाले भी संस्कृत बोलते हैं. Shopkeepers speak Sanskrit. You will have to come and see. So they also went, Raja Nrsingadev and both of them went and they started debating. Such a fierce debate, and this is who can defeat? I mean, these are people personally empowered by acharyas like Srinivas Acharya. So they badly defeated the Rup Narayan Chakravarti and Raja Nrsingadev, badly defeated. And they thought that, who are you? Who are these personalities? They said, we are shopkeepers. However, what is our original personality, original identity? They said, we are insignificant servants of Narottam Das Thakur. Prabhupada quotes Narottam Das Thakur. Prabhupada says that Narottam Das Thakur's bhajans are equivalent to Vedic literatures. Equivalent. If you read these bhajans, they are exactly shlokas from Bhagavatam. Like that bhajan, what was that? I fell in the material world, then the whole, I went to education, and then I went to family life, and then I went for earning money, and this is a long bhajan. Dulabhamana Janma, Labhiya Shamsar. If you see, this is exactly translation from Bhagavatam 3rd Canto 29, 30 and 31st chapter. Go through this Bhagavatam chapter, just read translation, it's exactly same thing. I went for education, and then I was caught up by the Maya and so many things. So, Narottam Das Thakur. When these scholars heard they are insignificant servers of Narottam Das Thakur, they closed up their plan, cancelled the plan, everybody scattered, सब इधर उधर भाग गए. अगर हम इनके servants से ऐसे नहीं defeat कर पा रहे हैं, what to speak of Narottam Das Thakur? Such great acharyas, they can give us bhakti. Prabhupada, they can give us bhakti. Prabhupada's representatives, super empowered Prabhupada's disciples, they can give us bhakti. We can try, we should try, we must try, but depending on the mercy of these acharyas. So, Bhaktena Bhakta Sangha Parijayate. Bhakti hi Bhakta Sanghena Parijayate. Bhakti comes in the association of devotees. We should not be in illusion that मैं अकेले जाके जप करूँगा, अकेले जाके भक्ति करूँगा और कृष्ण प्रेम प्राप्त कर लूँगा. सीताराम प्रभु उस दिन बोल रहे थे, other day often Prabhu ji says that this is Kali Yuga. If you go to Himalayas also, there also you will find in the cave some dish TV somewhere, dish TV, you know, antenna dish Himalayas. So it's not age. हमारी बल पे हम भक्ति नहीं कर सकते. We don't have strength to do bhakti. एकाकी आमाय नहीं पाई बल हरिनाम संकीर्तने. तुम्ही कृपा करी श्रद्धा बिंदु दिया देहु कृष्णाम धमे. So we should depend on such acharyas like Prabhupada's representatives, his their representatives. Then we can achieve this, we can receive this bhakti, and we can also get attracted. And interesting thing is, Mahaprabhu's mission is so powerful. It tells us not only to hear and get affected and attracted to Krishna through Krishna Katha, but it also empowers us to speak Krishna Katha. We might have spent just few months, but we can become an instrument to make somebody devotee. We should not feel that inferiority complex. Oh, I am just a devotee for a few months and few devotees. मुझे कुछ नहीं आता, संस्कृत श्लोक नहीं आते. No problem. जितना आता है बोलो. जितना आता है बोलो. भगवान कृष्ण है. हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र जप करो. इतना तो आता है सबको. जो कर सकते हैं. Like Prabhupada is in Vrindavan, and there was small Shyamsundar Prabhu's daughter, Saraswati, 2 years old, and Saraswati was poking to one sadhu, Mayavadi sannyasi. You know who is Krishna? And sadhu said, I don't know. He did not want to accept that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And then Saraswati has heard so many times Prabhupada speaking, Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And then Prabhupada says, just see, she's a guru. She's a guru, Prabhupada says. So become guru. Amar ajna hoy, tar ei des. Mahaprabhu says that on my instructions you become a devotee. Wherever you go, you tell people Krishna Katha. So this should be our duty in Mahaprabhu's movement. Every person of this movement has the responsibility to propagate this movement further. Prabhupada says one sincere person can run a center. So many preachers are needed, so many preachers are needed. Mahaprabhu says that I am a gardener, but alone how much I can distribute this fruit? We need more devotees, more gardeners. When you go for traveling Sankirtan, people are ready to give their land. They are ready to give money. But we don't have sufficiently trained or so sufficient devotees. So let us upgrade ourselves, becoming a nice sincere devotee. We can give this one thing to Krishna. Let's become a nice sincere devotee. Serious devotee of Krishna. Not expecting anything else. Prabhupada says we should pray 2 prayers every day to Krishna. One is Nadhanam Najanam Nasundarim Kavitamba Jagadish Kamai Mama Janmani Janmanishwari Bhavatat Bhaktir Ahetukitvai Ay Nanda Tanuja Kinkaram Patitam Ma Vishame Bhavambadav Kripaya Tava Pada Pankaja Stitaduri Sadrisham Vichintaya. We should pray this thing, 2 prayers to Krishna. You remember Sri Rangam we went and there was Jagannath temple. The deity is carved by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself. Opposite there is Mahaprabhu's deity and then at the bottom this shloka is written. Nadhanam Najanam. So powerful, Prabhupada empowered. Prabhupada, what to speak. Tribhuvannath Prabhu, 17 years old boy. He was a temple president. And Tribhuvannath Prabhu was speaking in television one day. And the television show. And then his parents thought, hey, we have seen this boy somewhere. This is our boy. Our son. 17 years old boy, can you imagine? You cannot even imagine. Prabhupada empowers personalities, people, if we are sincere. We should just try our best with the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada. We want to be an insignificant servant, insignificant speck in the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada. That will be success of our life. So we should not just hear, we should speak also. And for that we should train ourselves and let us equip ourselves with so much Prabhupada's knowledge given in Shastras and with sincere bhakti. That happens primarily by this morning program. Very powerful. If we attend morning program, everything is included by Prabhupada. So you should read Prabhupada's books, chant Hare Krishna sincerely, be loyal to Acharyas, and in the right mood, get attracted to Krishna and share that little bit meager attraction to others also, whatever you develop. Or at least books can develop attraction to people. You can go and give this. Prabhupada will do the job. We should do this sincerely. Thank you so much. We'll end here. Some question, comments, correction, addition. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय.